This is Dave with NAPCO Tech Support. In this video, I will be explaining in detail how to manage roles and privileges in MVP Access. Feel free to pause the video at any time if it makes it easier to follow along. Roles and privileges allow you to restrict what part of the MVP Access website an operator can access. When you click on the individual categories like System, Access, and Administration, you can see the subcategories listed below each. With privileges, you can restrict what categories and subcategories an operator can view and modify. To get to your roles and privileges, click on Administration and then click on Set up roles and privileges. To edit a role, you can double-click on it or single-click select it and then click Edit. This will bring you to the Privileges tab. On the left, you will see Unassigned Plugins. Then to the right of that is the Assigned Plugins. Then Operator Privileges, followed by the Privilege Level. Each one of these plugins corresponds to a subcategory in the navigation panel on the left. The first in the list is Access Groups. It corresponds to access groups underneath Access. And to the right, you can see this role has full access set as the privilege level. And beneath Access Groups is Operator Privileges. It has more subcategories that you can restrict or allow access to. For example, you see here where it says Get Template, and to the right it has full access, read-only, and hidden. Well, if we go to the Access Groups page, we can see I have the ability to edit an existing access group because we have full access. And when we edit that access group, we see up towards the top middle, it says Get Template. If Get Template was set to hidden, we wouldn't see this at all. If it was set to read only, we would be able to see the setting but not change it. But because it is set to full access, we can modify which template it is using and save it. The name you see in the list is the exact same under one of the categories, with only a few exceptions. For example, Help is located over where your log out is. As for all the other plugins, you will see they aren't hard to find. It may take some time to get used to where they're all located and what they mean, but for now, just understand, privileges are to allow or restrict access to categories on the website. In the previous video, I made a quick role just to show you how to add a partition. That role wasn't something you would use in a real-world scenario because it had every permission we could possibly give it. So today, we are going to create a custom role. To create a custom role, click on Administration and then click on Set up roles and privileges. When the page with the role name shows up, click on Add. Let's give our role a name. I'm going to call mine Store Manager 1. Now we need to decide what we want this person to be able to do. Well, I want this person to be able to add and remove personnel, which remember is badge holders and pin holders. I basically want them to have access to everything under the access category except lockdown. I'm going to hide lockdown from them. So I will move personnel, badge holders in, access groups, and lockdown areas to the right. In personnel, I'm going to give them full access. Badge holders in, full access. I will also give them full access for access groups. For lockdown area, however, I don't want them to see this at all, so I'm going to set it to hidden. Let's give them access to the guard station. I'll give them full access to holiday schedules and give them manual control of the door permissions, but I will hide access to the links and NAPCO alarm panels. I will also give them full access to notification messaging And let's add the ability to pull reports. But I'm going to hide a few of these options. I will also give them full access to the time schedules, view history, and lastly, I'm going to hide the wireless config from them. Now remember, before you save, you must assign a partition to your role. This is why I chose to start with the partition video first, because if you decide to assign the main partition to this role as a temporary measure, you won't be able to unassign it later. Once the main partition is assigned to a role, it cannot be unassigned. So make sure to make your partitions first, or check and see if one of the existing ones suits your needs. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Dave, why doesn't MVP Access already have a role like the one you just made? Well, it does. It's the HR role. If you go into the HR role, you will see the exact settings as the one in my example. This pre-existing role is a perfect role for someone that you want to have access to the account and to be able to modify the local personnel and manage the local doors, but not have access to modify operators. By default, when you register an MVP Access account, it creates 4 roles. One role will have your account number with main for the name, and that role will have access to every device associated with that account. Another role called HR, which, as I just showed you, has access to personnel and the ability to manually control the locks. One called Security, which has manual control of the doors and can view personnel, but it cannot edit them. And finally, there is another role for Mobile, which by default can only view the status of a few things. Remember, if you want to know more about setting up roles and privileges, you can always click on the question mark in the lower right corner. As always, if you're looking for documentation on any current NAPCO devices, or if you're looking for more videos like this, head on over to our tech library at tech.napcosecurity.com.